Hello and welcome to the Grand Line Review, your source for everything One Piece. Today we have a review of manga chapter 888, Lion, a short and simple title for a rather short and simple chapter. And getting straight into things, there's pretty much only one word that describes this chapter, and that is carrot. I wasn't sure what to expect with whatever transformation was being hinted at in previous chapters, but I'm quite pleasantly surprised actually. Usually in One Piece we're greeted with a fairly, visually off-putting design at first, like Gear 4th. I might be in the minority here, but it took me a bit of time to get into the Gear 4th design. But Carrot has evolved into this elegant warrior. And dare I say it, it feels like something you'd see in pretty much any other manga that prioritizes sleek, schmick design. Actually, when I first saw the transformation, the thing it reminded me of was Goku turning Super Saiyan 3, because of the hair extension mainly. And you know, there's every chance that this may be a nod to that. I mean, think about it. Goku's Saiyan name is Kakarot, which is a Japanese corruption of the English word for carrot. Coincidence? I think not. But getting back to the chapter, as a result of the Ceylon transformation, which is the name it was given, Carrot has a couple of new abilities that were displayed in this chapter. Firstly, she seems to be able to fly to some degree. Well, maybe not fly, but she seems to be able to control and manipulate her trajectory in mid-air. Actually, that's pretty much the definition of flying, isn't it? But just quickly on that, the panel where she launched off the Sunny is fantastic. The speed lines combined with her long flowing white hair are just incredibly effective. But the second ability she's picked up is simply super speed. Being a rabbit, that's probably not entirely unexpected either. And Carrot uses this to great effect to decimate a whole ship full of pirates, Daifuku's ship actually. She then proceeds to remove the helm of the ship, assumedly leaving it useless and unable to engage in combat with the Sunny. So that's a really interesting choice of action there, because it says to me Carrot probably hasn't received much of a power-up in terms of strength. More than likely, she knows she either can't win against Daifuku, or it would take too long, so she's going to go from ship to ship and just immobilize them, which seems like a sound strategy to me. And alright, let's talk about exactly what this transformation is. Carrot is referred to as a Ceylon, or a Sulong depending on the translation you read, twice in the chapter, with the kanji literally meaning red moon lion. I'm not too sure what to make of the name. It sounds kind of cool, but I would like to see what the official translation makes of it. And of course, unless this gets stated otherwise, it's highly likely that all minks are capable of this transformation, and that thought makes me unbelievably excited for the return of Inuarashi and Nekomamushi. Together, those two were able to combat Jack in their non-Ceylon form, so just imagine what kind of beasts they become on a full moon. Judging by Carrot's power-ups, I'm thinking that the Ceylon form only boosts traits that are already possessed by whatever animal the mink is. So surely Inuarashi and Nekomamushi will just turn into something absurdly fierce. Carrot also says that she was trained by Pedro to be able to do this, or to control this. So I'm assuming that the majority of minks are probably unable to control themselves in this form. In any case, this ability makes the idea of taking on Kaido's forces much more believable, and makes me more and more excited for Wano. Alright, so stepping back a bit, there were a few interesting parts of this chapter that occurred prior to Carrot's transformation. Firstly, Luffy vs Katakuri is back on. It's only 2 pages and nothing major happens, in fact, pretty much nothing happens at all. But they are beautifully drawn. Any panel featuring either Luffy or Katakuri is just a pure pleasure to look at. However, what has become of Brule is kind of a mystery. Maybe Luffy has just dumped her somewhere for an easy escape if necessary. In terms of the actual story though, let's be honest, these 2 pages were fairly pointless. They only really served to show that Luffy has engaged with Katakuri again, which was obviously going to happen. It may have just been Oda not wanting to go 2 chapters without catching up with Luffy, I guess. An actual point of intrigue though this week was a weakening Big Mom. She's lost a ton of weight, and all of a sudden she just looks more tired in general. It's nice to see in a way. Up until now her power and energy has seemed almost unlimited. But apparently even she gets exerted after being in her uncontrollable hunger state for what, is it something like 8 hours now at least? Also, Perospero is surprised that she has slimmed down, which indicates to me that this is possibly the largest amount of time her hunger tantrum has ever gone on for. And even her homies are being affected. There was this really funny moment when Nami actually convinced the homie cannonballs that their target was just somewhere else, and they just flew off and ended up sinking. I really love the homie cannonballs actually. Each of them just has their own unique personality, and my personal favourite is definitely the one with the moustache. But losing control of the homies due to Big Mom's weakening power is a huge blow for the Big Mom pirates. Some of them are pretty strong and make up valuable parts of their forces, like Randolph or Zeus and Prometheus. Making them essentially ineffective is like losing an entire army. So at the moment it really has come down to the Charlotte family, and we got an introduction to a new member this week, Charlotte Bavarois, who looks an awful lot like some sort of prison boxer. Nothing really became of him after he was introduced, and he doesn't seem particularly special or threatening, so it seems like he was planted in this chapter for like a future fight or something. Possibly for someone like Chopper or Brook, who aren't quite up to taking combatants like Smoothie, Daifuku, or Perospero. But really, that about does it for chapter 888, and before I wrap this up, just think about that number for a second. 888 chapters of this amazing series, that's crazy. And the next time we have a triple number like that will be one chapter before the big 1000. But as I said at the beginning, this chapter felt quite short, but it was certainly fairly satisfying. It definitely left me wanting more, and really, what more can you ask for? If you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to like, favorite, or subscribe, and please do comment with your thoughts on the chapter. This has been the Grand Line Review, and I'll see you next time.